I don't want to have kids anymore. That was the sentence that stopped this courtroom cold. A mother dropped her 2 children off with her sister for the summer, then never came back for them. 9 months later, she wasn't asking for them back. She was explaining why she didn't want them at all.
Okay, Miss Allen, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, basically, my sister came and dropped her kids off 9 months ago and hasn't come back for them.
How old are the kids?
4 and 7.
All right. What do you mean she dropped them off and hasn't come back?
Well,
tell me the story. Like what
so
happened?
For one summer, she just, called and said, hey, I need to, would you like your niece and nephew for the summer? And I said, sure, So I took care of them because I know she works hard and she, is, attending school at night. And I don't have any kids, so I, volunteered to help out. But she hasn't come back for them, nor does she give any financial support. So I'm here.
Okay. And you want your sister to pay child support to you for her 4-year-old and her 7-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. Are these boys, girls?
The older one's a girl, and
Okay.
the younger one's a boy.
Okay. What about health insurance?
She pays the health insurance.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I love my niece and my nephew, and, I don't necessarily want to keep them from her, but, if she needs my help and I can help, then I want to, but I need her help also. So
all right.
That's it. I'm not trying to be ugly or malicious to my sister. I want her to do well. I just need help.
Understand. Okay. Ma'am, what is the reason that you dropped your children off with your sister and haven't been back to get them?
I just decided that I don't want to have kids.
Excuse me?
I don't want to have kids.
This already feels heavier than a normal child support case. The aunt wasn't refusing to help. She stepped in because family needed help. But helping for a summer and becoming a full-time parent are 2 very different things. 2 kids, ages 4 and 7, suddenly become a full-time responsibility. Food, school, clothes, doctor visits, those bills don't pause because someone else changed plans. At this point, the biggest question isn't about money. It's simple. Where is mom?
Yeah, well, you already had them, so they're yours. Your sister is raising them. Don't you think you should want to get them back? Or you don't want kids at all? You don't want the responsibility, anything?
No, I just don't want to have kids anymore.
Okay, interesting. Now, what about the financial part of it? What about paying your sister child support to take care of your children? You don't want them. You're not raising them. They've been with her for the past 9 months. So wouldn't you say it's fair to give her some money for them?
I don't really have it. I only make like $40,000 a year.
But you're making money, okay? Do you live alone?
Yes.
You live alone. You make $40,000 a year. She said you pay health insurance.
And I go to school at night.
Okay. Well, that's good. You don't want to... What are you going to school for? Let me ask you this first.
For fashion.
Fashion, okay. You plan to make a lot of money with that?
Hopefully one day.
Do you intend on getting your kids back at some point?
I don't know. I just know how I feel right now, and I just don't want to have my kids. I just want to focus on my career.
I don't want to have kids anymore. Can you believe this? Judge Vonda B looked shocked. And honestly, most viewers probably had the exact same reaction. Wanting a career isn't the problem. Going to school isn't the problem. Plenty of parents do both every single day. The shocking part is treating parenthood like a gym membership that can just be canceled. This moment changes everything in the case.
So let's talk about that. Did you just wake up one day and say, I don't want to have kids anymore, and I'm going to send them, make it seem as though I want my sister to keep them for the summer, when really I'm just going to drop them off and never pick them back up? Like, how did you get to that point?
It just kind of happened, and
It kind of just happened? Are you dating someone?
No.
Were you dating someone?
Yes.
Did they have kids?
No.
They didn't want your kids around?
I mean, not necessarily. I just,
So was that what started this? You not wanting your kids because the person you were in a relationship with really didn't want your kids around?
well, no. It's just, I just want to focus on my school, and I work, and so that's like my whole day. And
You have to understand why this is hard for me to process, right? Because myself, I'm a parent, and I'll do whatever for my kids. That includes career, whatever. So to be sitting across from you and you're very adamant about that, it's really shocking for me. So you'll have to excuse me if I seem a little taken back. It's not making sense, ma'am. What it sounds like to me is that you ditched your kids because of the relationship that you previously had. You're no longer with that person,
right.
which means you can go get your kids again, right?
Well, now they've just been there so long, it's maybe what's best. And
Well, 9 months is a long time in the sense that you go without seeing them and taking care of them, but you can still make it right.
It's easier for her, Judge. My apologies to just, outburst, but it's just easier for her, for me to have them, basically.
The judge clearly felt that something wasn't adding up here. The questions about the previous relationship weren't random. It sounded like Judge Vonda B was trying to figure out whether this decision came from stress, pressure, or someone else's influence. But every answer kept leading back to the same place. It's easier this way. That's a sentence that probably hit harder than anything else said in the courtroom.
And this is what you're okay with doing?
yeah,
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. You said you made $40,000 a year. Health insurance, how much was that?
$80.
$80. Okay. And that $80, that's for both of the children?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to have you do. We're going to have you continue to pay the health insurance. At least make sure the kids stay insured, okay? And you have to keep working because you're going to pay your sister child support. You understand that, right?
But I don't make enough.
Did you think you were going to come in here, not take care of them, and not pay child support?
Well, I just think
I need to hear this.
they're doing okay, and she can do it.
Right, but she needs financial support. Your sister doesn't have any children. You dumped 2 kids on her. And the fact that you think that is okay is unacceptable. You dropped 2 kids on her and you don't even want to pay for them. But what did you think we were doing here today? You think I'm sitting up here so you can waste my time?
No.
Okay, so you'd agree with me, you should be paying your sister something, right?
This is where the conversation shifts from feelings to responsibility. The court wasn't deciding whether parenting is hard. Everyone already knows that. The court was deciding who should pay for 2 children who were suddenly left with someone who never signed up for the job. And Judge Vonda B made one thing very clear. Dropping off responsibility does not drop off accountability.
Yes.
Okay. When do you graduate from school?
In May of next year.
Okay. Where are the children's father?
I don't know.
For both? Or, do they have the same father?
No.
Okay, so where is the 7-year-old's dad?
He's somewhere. I don't know. I don't really know.
What about the 4-year-old?
He's present sometimes. He comes around sometimes.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, you understand what's going on here today, right? I just want to make sure that you're completely aware of everything that's going on today. You're going to walk out of this courtroom today paying child support to your sister. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you don't understand, I need you to tell me you don't understand, okay? So we're clear, you understand.
Yes.
Okay, so you said you make $40,000 a year, giving you credit for health insurance that bring your gross to $3,253. Your net, $2,798. That's 25% for 2 children. That brings your child support to about $699.50. We're going to round it up to $700. That's what you will pay your sister monthly.
I just don't think I can afford it. I have to pay for school, and that's really what my priority is right now.
Well, your sister's priority is to take care of your children, not her children, your children. So as long as she's in the position that you put her in, you're going to have to make it work. You graduate next year, you can find a job, a better paying job than what you have now, right? Is that a yes?
Yes.
The moment the calculator comes out, reality usually follows close behind. The defendant kept talking about tuition and career goals. Meanwhile, the aunt was already paying the real-world bills that come with raising 2 children. School expenses are important, but 4-year-olds and 7-year-olds don't accept payment plans.
Okay, so then there's no confusion. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Are you upset with her?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure because I don't believe she did anything wrong. Miss Allen, do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Judge Vonda B made the ruling clear. Responsibility follows the parent, not the convenience. Was the $700 monthly support order fair, or should the court have gone even further? Share thoughts below, and for more courtroom moments that leave judges speechless, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay with Judge Vonda B. She walked into court with one simple request: I want my baby back. But before this hearing was over, Judge Vonda B would tell her something she clearly never expected to hear. Instead of leaving with custody, she was leaving with a child support bill. So how did a mother asking for money end up being ordered to pay it?
Miss Laura,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I'm trying to get my baby back.
Okay.
I have 2 babies,
Okay.
and I just had another baby with my boy. He's not my boyfriend anymore, but he hit my first baby, so Houston got to take him, and I want him back because I'm not with that boyfriend anymore.
So Houston took the baby or you lost the baby?
Either way, Houston has the baby, and I want it back.
No, it's not either way. It's you lost the baby. So did somebody intervene and take the baby away from you? And
Yes,
get the baby?
ma'am. They took the baby and gave him to Houston.
Okay.
And I want him back.
Okay. And you have a new baby with your ex-boyfriend?
Not ex-boyfriend, ex-boyfriend.
So you guys are no longer together?
Correct, ma'am.
How old is this new baby?
How old's the new baby?
Yes.
Like 8 months.
And you're done with him after 8 months?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I was done with him like 10 months ago. The baby's 8 months.
Oh, okay. So before the baby was born?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he come to the birth of the child?
No, I didn't want him around.
Oh, okay. All right. So you now want to get custody back from him?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
From Houston.
Who does the baby live with?
Me?
The baby? No, my baby lives with me.
No, not your child. How many children do you all have between you?
Just one.
Just one. And the child lives with him,
Yes, ma'am.
and you want the baby back.
Yes, ma'am.
How long has the baby lived with you?
The baby? It's been
Yeah.
living the whole time.
Oh, okay. And how old is this child?
5.
5. Oh. And you expect to get child support,
Yes, ma'am.
and the child has been living with him for almost, it's a boy or girl?
Boy.
His whole life?
Yes, ma'am. Well, when I get my baby back, I want child support. Yeah. He makes way more money than I do. I want my baby back, and I want child support.
She came in asking for her child back, but at the same time, she's already talking about child support. That's usually not the first thing parents mention when they're focused on custody. And then came the detail that changes the whole conversation. This child is already 5 years old, That means a lot has happened between losing custody and walking into this courtroom today.
I'm sorry, you have to excuse me because nothing you're saying is making sense right now. You came to court to ask me to give a child back to you that was taken from you, that's 5 years old, that's pretty much lived with this man the entire time that he has been taken care of.
They took my baby away because my ex-boyfriend is an abuser and I'm not with him anymore, so I want my baby back.
Right, but the child hasn't been living with you. The child has been living with him.
Yeah, because of my ex, and I'm not with my ex anymore.
Yeah, so no, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. He would literally have to have given you the child back. And then you come in here, after you've been having the child for some time, then you come in here and say, Judge, I want this to be changed. I've been having the child this entire time. I want him to pay child support. That would be a little bit more reasonable. But what you're asking for today is very unreasonable.
Okay, well, give me my baby back, and then I'll come back in a while and ask for child support.
Well, I can't give you your baby back because I never took your baby. Okay? Actually, nobody really took your baby. You lost your baby for your own negligence with your ex-boyfriend. That has nothing to do with me. Okay?
This is where the case starts slipping away from her. The judge isn't asking, "Are you with the abusive boyfriend now?" She's asking, "Where has this child been living for the last 5 years?" Those are two completely different questions. And right now, the answers are helping Dad a whole lot more than Mom.
Now, fill me in over here. The baby was placed with you after the boyfriend hit the baby,
Yep.
and he's been living with you ever since then.
Yep.
You've been taking care of him. Mm-hmm. You pay for everything for the child.
Everything.
What does she do?
I visit.
She visits unsupervised.
Okay, congratulations. Financially, what does she do?
Financially?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, that's what I figured. Okay, I see what's going on here. Yeah, and I'm not about to play this game with you. You're the one that's going to pay him child support today.
What?
Yeah, you are.
He makes like 3 times as much money as I do. I have to give him my money?
It's for the child, so yes, you do. You do.
The number that changes everything. 5 years. Not 5 months. Not 1 year. 5 years. With Dad handling the bills, the food, the clothes, the doctor visits, everything. Can you believe this? At this point, this isn't really a custody return case anymore. It's becoming a child support case. And the courtroom hasn't even reached that part yet.
But the good thing is based on your income. You'll get credit for the other child that your 8-month-old, you'll get credit for that child. But yes, you are going to pay him child support. That's just the right thing to do. It's one child between the two of you, okay? And health insurance, I'm assuming you pay it.
Yes.
How much is it?
$66 a month.
$66.
I get it through my
Okay.
employer, so.
Huh?
I get it through my employer.
Okay, gotcha. And how much do you make a year?
$38,000.
38,000. So I have your gross coming out to $3,200. That brings your net to $2,648.01. Giving you credit for the other child that you have. Your child support obligation comes out to $423.69 plus the $66 you're going to reimburse him for health insurance every month. So 66 added to $463.69 is $489.69.
$489.69?
Did you need me to repeat it?
I'm asking you, $489. I have to give him almost $500 a month?
Yeah, that's how it works. Did you really think that I was going to have him pay you child support?
No, I just wanted my baby.
Oh no, the second Judge Vonda said, "You're the one that's going to pay him child support." The entire case flipped upside down. That reaction was probably the same reaction most people watching had. She walked in expecting a payment. She walked out making one. Family court can be brutal when expectations crash into reality.
Oh, okay, so your first answer was no, so then you understand exactly why you have to pay child support. Is there anything else?
No, ma'am.
Okay, is there anything else?
Nope.
Okay, you all are dismissed.
Judge Vonda kept coming back to the same issue. Who has been there every single day? Not 5 years ago. Not before the breakup. Right now. And according to the court, that answer was Dad. Now here's the question. Should a parent automatically get custody back after leaving a bad relationship, or should the child's current stability come first? Drop thoughts below. She called him a little teacher. A few minutes later, that same little teacher was walking out of court with $2,550 a month in child support. What started as jokes about paychecks quickly turned into a courtroom disaster, because the second the judge heard how much money mom was making, the entire case flipped. And somehow, the biggest argument in court ended up being over one word: cap.
Mr. Johnson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Just bringing her to court today to try to increase my child support. We have 3 kids together.
2.
Well,
You have a kid, and we have 2.
I forgot she never claimed my other one, so we have 2 kids together. She's a realtor. I'm a school teacher. She
Little
makes
teacher.
quite a bit of
Ma'am,
money.
could you please let him finish before you
I'm sorry,
keep interrupting him?
I'm sorry.
I
This how
promise
the whole
you,
relationship
I
has been.
promise
Sorry.
you,
I'm gonna let her finish.
I
first.
can promise you I will get to you as soon as I'm done with him, okay?
Okay, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay, no problem.
Just like you could get to whatever
Okay,
you gotta
Your
do.
Honor, I am sorry.
Back to you.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Don't make me upset.
Please
like I-
don't get upset. Let's focus on the facts and the children.
All right, I'm bringing her to court today to try to increase my child support. We have 2 kids together, as I stated before I was interrupted. She makes quite a bit of money. I'm a school teacher. I only make $50,000. Kids on my insurance.
How much is your insurance?
My insurance is $500 a month.
All right. And it's you and the 3 children on there?
Correct.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, this case already feels different. Most viewers probably expected Dad to be the one paying support here. Instead, he's standing in court saying, "The kids need help and I can't do this alone." And honestly, carrying insurance for 3 kids on a teacher's salary? That's not exactly easy. At this point, it feels like a pretty straightforward request. That feeling doesn't last very long.
And I mean, I just need a little help. She helps everybody else, but she doesn't help the kids like she should. The 2 kids that we do have together, struggling in school, they're falling behind. I just feel like the amount of money that she pays for all the luxury stuff she has, the Louis V bag, she should put that money towards tutoring for our children or something. I see her looking at me. She knows everything I'm saying is accurate, so it is what it is.
Okay.
Any assistance I can get is greatly appreciated.
Okay. Now you said you want to increase child
Increase,
support.
yeah.
How much money are you getting right now from her?
$450, and I feel like I
$450.
don't know how she finessed the system like that to, yes, y'all may need to look into that too.
You so mad that you
The
broke.
Ooh,
PP.
ma'am, don't do that. Don't do
I
that.
didn't tell him to be a little teacher. That was on him.
Listen.
I'm a
I
hustler.
done tell you to sell the
Like,
little houses you sell either.
little houses,
Little houses.
but you taking me to child support court. Oh, okay.
'Cause I need your little, I'm not ashamed to say I need your little money.
Okay, go ahead.
It is what it is.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I got choked up.
I'm sorry too.
Yeah,
Lord.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you got your
I'm
little
sorry. I ain't
job
got
and you
in-
need my
in a
little
relationship
money.
with you, honestly.
No, I've been told you couldn't handle me. You couldn't handle somebody like me, but you kept at
I
it.
don't want
You knew
to.
who I was.
I didn't get my
You
first
knew
gray hair
who
until I met
was.
you, though.
You knew who I was. You're a whole teacher,
wanna
and you're
forget who
asking
you
for tutoring
was.
for our children.
Yes, that's what they need, don't they? So they can provide
Okay.
their kids with all of this luxury.
Did y'all want me to
Look
step out?
Look how fly she is. I had to go to Ross before I came here and buy this little old get up. Look at how
Did y'all need me to leave
did.
while you all finish this?
No,
You gotta leave,
I'm
'cause I need
sorry.
some help.
I'm
I know if
sorry.
you leave, you might not come back. It's a long
You're
day.
absolutely
So,
right.
But
I'ma
he's
let
been
you
throwing
finish.
daggers since he got in here. I ain't say nothing to you. You so mad. It's okay.
I'm gonna hit the mannequin challenge on her right now. Just be quiet.
All right.
Okay. Is there anything further before I move over to her?
Nope.
Okay. Now, ma'am,
Yes.
first off, don't call him a little teacher. That's not nice. Don't do that. That is not nice. He is a teacher.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the second little teacher entered the chat. This case stopped being polite. And here's the interesting part. Dad never really fired back at her job. He kept dragging the conversation back to tutoring in school. Meanwhile, Mom kept dragging it back to him. That's usually a sign that 2 completely different arguments are happening at the same time. And Judge Vonda definitely noticed it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't be sorry.
sorry.
Just don't do it.
Okay.
All right.
I won't do it.
Now, what is it you want me to know?
Your Honor, look, I am just trying to make a living. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, we all have different paths. He chose to be a teacher. I chose to be a real estate agent. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And I just be getting slack from him because I'm in real estate, you know?
Do y'all not get along?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
The
Okay.
truth.
First of all this
No,
that she-
excuse me. Wait a minute.
all this that
She said that she was going to give each one of our turns to talk, right?
You interrupted
You
said
did
the whole
interrupt him a
time.
couple of times, though.
Okay.
I was just saying, all
he
this
was
shit
due to
is
give you one.
because
Okay.
your ex tried to
Okay.
flip houses. He let you keep them, and that's how your business started. So if you gonna keep it 100, keep it all the way 100.
Okay.
Okay.
But what did I do? I used what I had, right?
Not for
to
tutoring.
level up.
Not for
to level
tutoring.
up.
Not
to
for
level
tutoring.
up. To level
Not
up.
for tutoring.
Okay, so you're mad.
I am mad.
Your Honor,
My
the
kids can't
reaction-
spell. My son in the 7th grade counting on his fingers. That's embarrassing.
But they live with you. You go to work from 9 to 5.
Well, how about
My
you
schedule
help?
is flexible.
You can
So
help.
with that extra time,
Mr.
what
Johnson.
should you be doing?
Mr. Johnson.
You should be helping our children, right?
Mr.
You
Johnson.
should be helping our children, right?
You said you were going to do the mannequin challenge, right?
Sorry.
So no loud outbursts. Don't be so mad. You're here today for me to help you, right?
Right.
Okay. So you can't get in your feelings and be distracted from what it is that you want.
Catch flights.
Can you
Okay.
Not feelings. Catch flights. Not feelings.
Okay. Now,
Don't catch these
Catch
hands.
flights. not
Continue.
feelings. Okay, so Your Honor, basically he's upset because him and I are no longer together.
I know, it's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise.
That is the real.
Don't
you
say
still
I'm
like
upset.
her?
Yes.
No.
It's okay.
I need the money, the
It's
financial
okay.
support.
Oh,
You
okay.
can like
He need the
me.
I don't
money.
even
We
like the
got
houses. I don't even like
history.
the
You
houses
can-
she sell. They fall apart.
It doesn't
Oh.
matter.
They fall
It doesn't
apart.
matter. But you got me here for my money.
Ma'am, are
The
you-
falling apart houses is what's gonna make you money, right?
Ma'am, are you selling lemon homes?
No, ma'am,
Lemon.
I'm not. No, ma'am, I'm not.
They
I am
ain't-
a flipper. Flipper.
Okay.
Flipper.
What is a flipper exactly?
So basically what you do is you purchase a home and you fix it up and you sell it.
Okay. That sounds like a nice little income.
Correct.
Right? How much are you making?
I'm making $150,000 a
Okay.
year.
$150,000? That number just changed the temperature in the courtroom. Because now the question isn't who hurt whose feelings 5 years ago. The question becomes, are the kids benefiting from that success? Also, announcing a 6-figure income in child support court is a bold strategy. Very bold.
All right.
First of all, the inspector, everybody for these houses, our family members. So they say it looks good.
Oh
People move
my
in.
goodness, really? But what
My
are you
bad.
and the kids stay in? You stay in one of my flipped houses, right? Right.
Y'all stay in the flipper?
Right?
We stay in the flip.
Thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
So what's the problem?
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, that's not a
I can't
legitimate.
afford
you-
that, so I gotta stay in the flip.
That's not a legitimate
I gotta stay.
argument
So
then,
mad.
sir. If
You
you
so
and the
mad.
children are staying in the home, you can't try to use it. What you say, throw a dagger? You can't throw a dagger at her
Yes.
if you and the children are living in one of these, as you call it, houses that are falling apart. That doesn't say much about you, does it?
And when we were together, Your Honor, I asked him if he wanted to get on game. He didn't. So now
I don't
he's
want to do
upset.
the
He should
illegal
have
business that they
taken
do.
the opportunity.
Tell them about the fake PPP loans y'all be doing and all that.
Oh, word.
If we gon-
Word. Is
I
this
figure
what we
if I
doing?
can't get child
Is this
support,
what we're doing?
I'm gonna get 100%
Is this
custody.
what we're
Yes, we are.
doing?
What
Oh,
all the
okay.
PPP loans you got? She said
Your
food
Honor,
stamps,
I
Your
didn't get
Honor.
no PPP loan.
Yes, tell
no,
about
I
the
did
food
not.
stamps she's selling on the side though.
Word.
Tell them about that.
Word.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
just, do I need to bust out the text
Nah,
message?
I
Because you
know
just
I got
asked-
some,
you just
'cause the kids
asked.
gotta
Oh,
eat. The
okay.
kids gotta eat.
Okay.
So I did.
Okay.
Wait a minute, sir. That's the second time you tried to put shame on her for selling food stamps and, what you call rundown homes or lemon homes. And here it is, you're asking her for
Pathetic.
the assistance and you're living in one of the houses that she flipped. So what does that say about you?
That he a broke
That I-
little teacher. That's what
Okay,
it
well,
says.
this, you know what
on,
we're going to
Judge.
do?
Come on, Judge.
This is not going anywhere. It's not going to get any better if you all keep going forward. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and order the child support. Now, what he said is true in terms of the child always being with him.
This may have been the toughest moment of the entire hearing. Calling the houses falling apart while living in one with the kids is the kind of argument that usually comes back very quickly. And it did. Judge Vonda caught that contradiction almost instantly. At this point, the judge isn't listening to the insults anymore. She's following the numbers, which usually means somebody's about to be unhappy.
It ain't funny.
It's nothing.
But it's real.
The minute that I flip one house is nothing. That's chump change.
I'm getting ready to flip over this bench if you all don't pay attention to what I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
Okay? So the children live with you primarily?
Yes.
Okay.
In my flipped house.
$150,000 per year.
Correct.
All right. 2 kids. That brings your gross to $12,500. Now, I hope you weren't anticipating receiving all of that $150,000 for, or her child
Honestly,
support to
she
be
could
based
just pay
on
for
that.
the tutoring for the kids. I don't want my kids to be dumb. I want my kids to live the life that she lived. Traveling and
I
all that.
want my
That's
children to live the life that I
gonna
live.
pay for them to go to tutoring.
No, how about, Your Honor?
Okay, this is what this is. Hold on.
So you
Excuse me. This is what we're going to do. Your gross is going to be, of that $150,000, it's going to be $12,500. She's actually capped. So in Texas, her
Okay, she said it was capped. Okay.
okay. I don't know what that means,
Like the
but
caps in your mouth.
I'm going to go ahead. Silver caps.
No, he got the white ones. I paid for them silver
Okay.
caps to be removed, and now he got the white ones.
Okay.
Tell Your Honor that.
Well, moving right along,
Moving
her
right
net
along.
resources, they come out to $9,200 because she's capped based on her income. That brings her child support obligation to $2,300 per month. Reimbursing you for the health insurance that you carry for the children every month is $255, bringing your monthly child support to $2,550.
Okay.
God
Excuse
don't
me. Wait a
like
minute.
that.
I
That's
don't
what you
get
get.
paid monthly. It's according to how my houses are flipped. So if I go a month without flipping a house, why did you do this?
better
No,
turn some
no,
more
no.
comments.
Wait a
You
minute.
better
Wait
talk-
a
you
minute.
better turn some
Excuse me.
reference.
I went off what
BG's is
you
fine. You
said.
better go
You
back.
said, Your Honor, I make about $150,000. Did you say that?
I did say that. Your Honor. I
Right.
did,
You did say that. So
The cap,
that's what I
the cap.
based it on.
Shut up.
Therefore, that's what your child support amount is going to be, $2,550. So I hope you can flip enough houses to make that flip some more for these children. Is there anything further, ma'am?
Yes, can I just ask a question? As far as
Sure.
the tutoring, what if I take my children to tutoring?
What?
You mean like take them in a car?
Yeah, like if I take them to tutoring, can that reduce that? 'Cause
Yeah, I
that's-
don't want her around me.
No, I didn't say you.
To
I
answer
said my children.
the-
You said that your concern
Did you
was
ask
them
me a
being-
question or did you ask him a question?
Okay.
Oh, okay. To answer your question, no.
Yes.
It does not. It has no impact on that whatsoever. Transporting your children to tutoring is called parenting.
All right.
Is there anything further?
Can I go?
Oh, sure. As soon as I dismiss you. Is there anything further, sir?
I just want to
No.
say, Your Honor, God has blessed me in ways that I couldn't
All right,
imagine.
so now
I
you're going to bring
just-
God in this.
I just appreciate
Ooh,
you
so
for
hypocrite.
understanding
Ooh, you
my
are such a
frustration and my pain.
hypocrite.
And
Well, I didn't make a ruling based on your frustration and your pain. I made a ruling based on what the law said I can do with what's in the best interest of these children.
broke little
And if there's
teacher.
nothing further, you both are dismissed.
Me and my little teacher money
Yes,
about
you was a
to
little teacher.
walk out with this $2,000 though.
The jokes disappeared. The sarcasm disappeared. The law showed up. Judge Vonda wasn't deciding who won the breakup. She wasn't deciding who had the better personality. She was deciding what was best for the children. And that tutoring question at the end? That might have been the easiest answer of the entire day. Driving children to tutoring isn't a bonus feature. That's parenting. Did Judge Vonda get this one right? Should child support be based on yearly income even when paychecks come in house by house? Drop a verdict in the comments below. She earns $180,000 a year. The children live mostly with their father. The father says he's raising 2 kids while trying to keep his business alive. The mother says she's doing enough already. By the time Judge Vonda B finishes asking questions, one side of this case becomes very difficult to defend.
Okay, Mr. Williams, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, I've been with the defendant for about 10 years now.
Okay.
We had children probably around my years, about 19, 20.
Okay,
And,
how old are they?
They're 8 and 5.
All right.
And right now, I'm an artist, Your Honor. That's how I met her. She was stripping.
I'm an exotic
She
dancer.
was stripping, Your Honor.
I'm an exotic
And that's how I met her. They was playing me in the club. Because I'm an artist, like I said, Your Honor.
Oh,
And
you
she's
were.
the one slowing me down with the children.
Okay.
And so, like I said, we've been together for about 10 years now. We got an 8 and a 5-year-old, and she's never there to take care of them.
I'm there for my kids.
I can't even do what I
Excuse me, ma'am. Let him speak, and then I can assure you I'll get over to you. And do me a favor, you're making me dizzy, rocking back and forth. Yeah, just, I know you're probably nervous. Just, you know, everybody nervous when they come to court.
Yes, ma'am.
And you probably nervous looking at me. So it's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so children are 8 and 5.
Yes, ma'am.
She was working as an exotic dancer.
Yes.
You're an artist. You all live together.
We used to.
Yes.
All right, so hold on.
Sorry.
How long ago did you all stop living together?
We stopped living together about, I want to say, 3 years ago.
All right. And where do the children live currently?
With me.
And they've been living with you for the past 3 years?
They've been living with
okay.
me. She comes 2 times of the week, take them to the park. She's taking them to get a kids meal, but I'm the one that's got to deal with the harassment because
I gotta do what I gotta do.
What?
Ma'am, what is it with today? Everybody want to interrupt each other.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. It's that simple.
I got you, Your Honor.
She's coming in with a kids meal, Your Honor, on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm doing the bond for my daughter on Thursday.
Okay.
You know, and getting them ready for school on Friday. And so that's what the problem is. Like I said, we just can't even stay together no more. And that's why I brought her to the court.
Okay. So you're asking for child support. Health insurance. What health insurance do you have for the children?
I don't have any health insurance right now, Your Honor.
Okay. So are they on Medicaid?
Yes.
Okay.
3 years. That's how long these children have primarily lived with their father. Support cases usually become very simple once one question gets answered. Who handles the ordinary days? School mornings, homework, meals, appointments. Those details matter more than almost anything else in this courtroom. Judge Vonda B knows that. The next few minutes are going to answer that question very clearly.
All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to Mom?
Well, the kids are getting harassed in school right now.
Why are they being harassed?
Because she's stripping, Your Honor, and everybody knows it.
Okay, we're going to use exotic dancer because that's what she said her profession is.
Your Honor.
And I think out of respect, you should refer to it as what she calls it, okay? It's her career, it's what she does. So that's what we're going to refer to it as, okay?
Yes,
So
Your
the
Honor.
children are being made fun of at school because of what Mom does for a living.
Yes.
Okay, she was doing that when you met her, right?
Yes, she was. Like I said, they was playing me in the club. And she's slowing me down, Your Honor.
How's she slowing you down? What you mean by that?
She's slowing me down because she's not taking care of the kids. She's popping in and out.
But how does that slow you down exactly?
It's slowing me down because I had a career, Your Honor.
Oh,
and
I see what you're saying.
I love barbering.
Okay.
But they gonna learn how to barber with me because they up there with me all the time. I need some help. And that's why we're here, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and they go to school during the day, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But on the weekends, they're with you at the barbershop.
Right, she gets them on Tuesday and Wednesday when she's off, but that's not enough.
Just Tuesday and Wednesday?
Just Tuesday and Wednesday.
They don't spend a night or anything like that?
Kids meal and park.
Okay.
Are you sick?
Kids meal, park.
That's what you're gonna.
Excuse me. No, that's not what we're doing. You're not going to interrupt anymore.
If I'm lying, let them know if I'm lying.
You're not going to interrupt anymore. That's what we're not doing. Okay.
I apologize. I'm so sorry, Your Honor.
Stop apologizing because you keep doing it. Okay. Just don't do it. Okay. All right. Now.
You know I'm telling the truth, y'all.
Is there anything else you want me to know about the facts of this case? Not necessarily what she thinks or anything like that, because that has nothing to do with what I have to do up here.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so I can move over to her.
One parent described parks and Happy Meals. The other described schedules and responsibilities. Those are two very different conversations. Courts usually pay close attention to consistency, not special moments, not occasional visits. Consistency. Judge Vonda B has started separating involvement from responsibility. That distinction becomes very important shortly.
Now it's your turn.
Yes. Hello, Your Honor.
Hi.
Yes, so I am here, not really sure why, because I take very good care of our children.
Well, you do know why. He just said he wants some help. You slowing him down. He can't cut hair the way that he needs to and make the money he needs to because the children are always with him.
I mean, they're not always with him. I do get them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. On my off days, that's something we agreed to because I'm bringing in.
Hold on. Let me just clear something up. Those are only days you get them, right?
Well, like full time. I see my kids all the time, but on full time, from sun up to sundown, they're with me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
How many days in a week?
There's 7.
All right, so you see them 2. So 5 is majority of the time that they're with dad. So,
well, I go over there and I check on them.
Or am I missing some days?
No, Your Honor, you're not. But I go over there and I check on them. But they do stay overnight with him on those other 5 days. I have them on the days that I'm fully off, and I can tend to them and get them the meals that they like and take them to the park. But I have to make money.
So he was telling the truth.
Well, not fully the truth because, I mean, you know, he's acting like I'm not there for him. He's complaining now. He didn't have any complaints whenever we got together.
We just established you are not there. They're with him 5 days a week. Excuse me. Mr. Williams, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told her. No interruptions, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, you don't have to thank me because you've been doing it. So, no, that's not what we're doing. It is not to taunt him. It's just to make sure I give him the same treatment that I gave you, okay? Now, he has not been dishonest thus far in what he said because you just confirmed it. Well, you get him on your off days, which is 2 days a week. The other 5 days, they are with him. You do Happy Meals and park. He's taking them to school. He's feeding them. He's getting them dressed.
5 days with dad, 2 days with mom. Once those numbers entered the courtroom, the case started moving in a very specific direction. The discussion was no longer about feelings. It became a discussion about time, responsibility, and support. The next answer raises the stakes even further.
For school, getting them dressed are they in any activities?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. School, my younger daughter, she cheerleading.
But
okay, are you taking them to cheerleading?
I'm providing for them.
Okay.
He's not telling the financial part.
Okay, so let's talk about that then.
Yes.
How much money do you make?
I do very well.
That wasn't my question.
That's exactly what she told me.
Excuse me. I can't, write down very well on the child support order. I need to know how much you make in a dollar amount.
$180K a year.
$180K a year.
Yes.
How much of that $180,000 are you giving dad?
Well, not necessarily giving dad, but on my children, because I don't give it directly to him. I take care of my children.
Wait a minute, hold on. The kids are 8 and 5.
Right.
So you got to give it to him. So what are you giving him to provide for the kids?
Well, I wasn't giving him anything to provide for the kids. When I check on my kids, I do for my kids, and I buy my kids
What
stuff.
does that mean?
That means like I provide things for them. I do when they're in my care. That's when I provide for them. But
2 days a week in your care, right?
Well, full time.
We've established that.
Yes.
So what do you do beyond that?
But I can't imagine giving this man any amount of money that I work hard for. And he talking about this stripper, this and that. I'm an exotic dancer, but he didn't have that problem when we got together. And the years that we were together, he wasn't complaining then. But as regarding my children, I take very good care of them. I just can't imagine the hard work that I do. That's why my knee is messed up now, because I had an injury at work. And he knows that. And then he's begging for money. I take care of my children. My children have no wants.
Begging. He's not. He is not. He is not begging. He is telling you to do what you should do anyway as a parent.
But you're not in private, Your Honor. He's trying to get back with me.
One second. Hold on. Shh. It doesn't matter. That has no bearing on child support. What he says to you, what he says about you, doesn't make any never mind to me. What you say about her, what y'all's conversations are, that has no never mind, has nothing to do with child support.
Right,
okay? It's not a but. Let me ask you a question, because I don't want to derail this conversation in this case, because I have some more that I need to get to today. Now, if you're making $180,000 a year, why aren't these children on any type of health insurance?
Well, the profession that I have, there's no insurance offered, and I mean...
Well, it doesn't have to be. You're considered a independent contractor, right?
Right.
That means you can get private health insurance.
Well,
did you know that?
I'm not really sure how to go about doing that.
You can Google and say to the internet, how to find private health insurance.
Right.
The courtroom finally gets the number, $180,000 a year. Income alone never decides a support case. What matters is whether the children benefit from that income. Judge Vonda immediately moves to health insurance. That question tells the courtroom exactly where her attention is now focused. The answer that follows becomes one of the most important moments of the case.
Trying to see
But
where
see,
she
but
get the
he has
180
his
from.
own barbershop, and through the barbershop, I figured that he could, like, he's complaining about I don't spend time enough with him.
Start doing
He
that.
can figure
I
that
wouldn't
part
have been
out.
doing
Okay,
that.
hold on.
Because I
Hold
can take
on.
my kids to the doctor, pay the copay out of cash, and be done. Like, insurance for what? I mean,
Well, child support for what? Because you're definitely getting ready to pay. How about
No,
that?
wait.
Yes, no,
But
it's
Your
not
Honor,
a
he
wait.
didn't
No,
tell
ma'am.
you-
No, ma'am. You came here to waste my time.
no.
You did come here to waste my time. You make $180,000 a year, and you have not been doing what you need to be doing for these children. You don't pay for cheerleading. You pay for Happy Meals, and
But
I
he
can't even
act-
say
he's
you pay for
acting
the
like
park
he is
because
a-
the
Where
park
did he
is
come
free.
from?
Your Honor, I just want to say, and he's talking about my kids being teased at school and all of that. No, he's the one being teased. He's the one that is brainwashing them to believe this stuff and want to turn my kids against me because I don't want to be with him any longer. That's the ultimate problem. That's why we're here. Because before this, Mr. Williams didn't have any problems with me financially, taking care of my kids, providing.
Your Honor, this
Baby,
is
I'ma
exactly
support
why
you,
we're not
and
staying
you go
together.
do what you need to go do those 2 days a week. That was our agreement. Now you want to bash me and make it seem like I'm not there for our children?
2
How
days
dare
out of the
you?
week, Your Honor.
No, it's not 2 days.
2 days
It's
out
not-
of the week, and
but
she
can you
yelling
tell-
full time.
Okay, but what about that day you had an appointment and I had to watch them?
What about the day you left the kids at the house to go out with your
I would
friends?
never. You know what? See, you always bringing up old stuff. You know, you always going. You're on. At the end of the day, I make very good money. I do very well, and he wasn't complaining then, and now he wants to complain now, and I just don't know what to tell him. You know. But our kids is not an issue. They love me dearly. Please tell Your Honor. Please tell her that how much the
Your
kids
Honor, I don't
love
have to
me. They talk
brainwash
about
them.
me.
I don't have to
in a good
brainwash them.
way.
They already know.
No. They
'Cause they
talk
getting
about
it
me
in
in a
school.
good way. They love their mother dearly because I'm there for them. What memories are you making with them? Do they
Okay,
tell you
hold
how
on,
they
hold
act
on.
at the
Let me-
park?
hold on.
They love the park.
Here's the memory we're getting ready to make because I made my ruling. You have capped out, according to Texas guidelines, your gross is $9,200 a month. Child support is set at $2,300. You're going to do
Thank
a
you, Your Honor.
reimbursement to Medicaid for $276, making your monthly child support payment $2,576.
That's how much you gotta pay.
No, that's how much you got to pay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The children live with him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I don't see the celebration.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. What happened to the celebration? Because you're the one that's paying that $2,576. The children live with him. He should not pay you anything.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I said I made my ruling, so I really don't have to hear anything further. Did you have any questions about that number?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. If there's nothing further, the both of you are dismissed.
Judge Vonda B removed everything else from the discussion. Old arguments, relationship problems, personal accusations. None of it changed the central issue. The children lived with their father. The father carried most of the daily responsibility. The court followed those facts to the final number. Was the ruling fair? Should the support amount have been higher? Drop a verdict in the comments below. For 3 years, one grandmother paid the bills, packed the lunches, drove the kids to practice, paid for health insurance, and according to her, their mother was doing almost none of it. Then came the sentence that stopped this case in its tracks. You're the grandma. Aren't you supposed to do this? Judge Vonda B's face said it all. Because helping family and raising somebody else's kids full-time are not always the same thing.
Miss Faye Foster?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, Judge, sir, ma'am, you know, my daughter who I love dearly, but she is one lazy, sorry, using person.
What is
You know
she
what I'm
doing?
saying? So, she didn't have to, I let her move into my house 3 years ago, and she got 2 twin boys. She does nothing to support. Our agreement was that she would pay $400.
We never had no agreement. We ain't never had no agreement.
$400 on rent.
Hold on 1 second, Miss Faye Foster. Excuse me. We will not have any outbursts like that.
We just gonna sit here and let her say whatever she wants to.
I'm just going to sit here and let her say what she wants to while I'm speaking to her. And when it's your turn, I will allow you the opportunity to do the same thing. Okay. There will be no more outbursts.
Yes,
We're clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, so we agreed that she would pay $400 a month, plus she would pay $275 a month, so I'll put her kids in insurance.
Okay.
And since she's been there, she maybe giving me a total in 3 months of $200. It's always some excuse why she couldn't pay. And I said, and I told her, I'm on a fixed income, you know, and I'm doing all this for you and the kids. I'm buying the food, paying the electricity, you know. I'm the one get up and take them to school in the morning while she sleep, you know. And she has a job. Plus she does braiding people's hair on the weekend.
Where does she work? What does she do?
She works at a telecommunication company.
Okay.
And I think she said she's a customer service somebody thing, but
she braids hair on the side.
Ma'am.
You say she braids hair on the side?
Yes, she does. In my back room.
All right.
And her clients come in, she give her clients snacks and stuff I don't bought for the kids and just like she don't bought something. So I told her, you gonna have to start doing better.
All right.
And she told me.
Wait a minute, Miss Faye Foster, let me stop you really quickly.
Okay.
You said she braids hair in the home. Do you know how much money she makes roughly on average a month?
Well, I know she charges about $300 to $400 depending on the length of your hair. Mm-hmm. And she normally on the weekend do at least 3 to 4 heads.
Okay.
So I would say on the average, if we just do the lower end of it, she probably makes about $1,200 on a Saturday. And sometimes she does it on Sunday, but most of the time it's on Saturday, all day Saturday.
So about $1,200 every week.
Right. Uh-huh.
Okay.
3 years. That number keeps getting louder the longer this case goes on, because temporary housing turns into something else after a while. And honestly, $400 for housing, food, utilities, and 2 kids? That isn't exactly luxury pricing. But the hair business caught Judge Vonda's attention immediately. Because the second side income enters the chat, courtroom math usually isn't far behind.
Keep going. Continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Continue.
Okay, so I told her, I said, well, you can give me some of that, you know, to help out and on you living here and me taking care of the kids, and I'm using the gas to go take them to their soccer practice and to their football practice. And she tells me, you their grandmother, you supposed to do that.
Oh.
And I told her, I ain't supposed to do a darn thing. I ain't had no twins.
Okay.
You know, but I love my grandkids, so I hate for them to be without just because their mama is trifling.
Okay. All right. So we're going to not name call either, okay? I understand I understand your emotions are high. It's not a problem. I understand.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I understand exactly how you feel. I know what you're saying. It's plenty of grandmothers coming in this court feel exactly the same way that you do. I just ask that, you know, you just be respectful to one another.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that, y'all.
That's okay. Now, how old are the twins?
The twins are 10.
All right. And you said they're boys?
They're boys, 2 boys.
All right. Are they involved in any kind of extracurricular activities?
Yes, they play football and they play soccer and basketball.
All right. And does mom help out with any of that?
No. She always said, well, go ahead and pay their fees and I'll give it back to you. But I never get it back.
She lives in the home. Does she actually live there or does she just sleep there and she lives somewhere else?
No, she lives there and she sleeps somewhere else. Every night, you know. But that's why she's supposed to be paying me $400 for them to live there.
Okay.
Because she got put out of her last place. So I said, okay, you can come home, but you know, I'm on a fixed income, so if you give me $400 a month, and then she said, okay, and I think she may have paid $200 one time, and that's it.
All right. Are the children on health insurance or anything?
Mm-hmm. And then, ma'am?
Are the children on health insurance or anything?
The children, I put them in insurance because I asked her, do you have insurance on these kids? And she said, I can't afford it. So I said, well, they need insurance. They playing sports and stuff, and they get sick, and we don't have out of public. So I got insurance, and she agreed that that she would pay me back each month what I had to pay for insurance.
How much do you pay for the children only?
The children only is $275.
$275. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I know you, and I just need her to do the right thing. I just need her to do the right thing and hope you can make her do the right thing.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I can make her. You know, I can only do what the law allows, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, let me ask you a question about the living arrangements.
Yes.
You said this is supposed to be temporary?
It was supposed to be temporary until she found her a place to stay that they can afford. But it's been 3 years, and I don't think she's looking for any place to stay, Your Honor.
All right.
I don't think she has looked at all, and she keeps saying, well, I don't have the money to get a place that's nice enough for me and the boys, and that I can afford, and then people want a high deposit and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, I'm like, okay, you know, but I need you to help out, you know, and that's fine because you can't live nowhere else for $400.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
Yes, Your Honor. She, you know, she's always gone. She doesn't attend their function because she said, you know, she got to go out with her girls and kick it, or she got to be with a man and kick it. And so, you know, I was like, you're not even trying to be a part of these kids' life. You just want to be fancy-free and let somebody else take care of your kids. So,
okay.
You know, that, you know.
Okay, so.
It's just too much.
Can I move over to her, or is there anything else?
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Okay.
This isn't a money fight anymore. This is a parenting fight. Listen to what Grandma is actually upset about. School mornings, practice runs, doctor visits, showing up. That sounds less like babysitting and a lot more like parenting. And that grandmas are supposed to do this comment? Something tells me Judge Vonda wrote that one down mentally.
I mean, what's all that about? The huffing, puffing?
Because she's lying. She's telling half-truths and sitting over there in her Christian outfit like everything she's saying is the gospel. Yes, me and my children did move in with her 3 years ago, but what she didn't say was, it's because I had a tragic divorce with my ex-husband who her and her church members just wanted me to marry this guy because he was so churchly and good, and he ended up being the devil. And in our divorce, he wiped us clean.
Okay.
And my credit was messed up. He took all the money and he left. And he did all of that, and so it left us devastated. So my mother said that it was cool for us to come and stay with her while I get things together, and
so let me
get back on our feet.
I understand all of that, but let me ask you a question. This just to fill in the gaps, right? So is it true what she said that you're supposed to give her $400?
No. That was never an agreement.
Okay, hold on. So was there any agreement for you to give her any money to financially support your children?
She said to...
No, that was a yes or no.
Not in that way. Not in that way.
So explain the way.
So when we talked initially, before even moving in, it was, y'all just come, just take your time, get yourselves together. I got you guys. I got my grandbabies. Who she was very instrumental in, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies, I want grandbabies. So I'm giving you the opportunity.
So because she's instrumental in wanting grandbabies, that means that she has to take care of them too?
It doesn't mean she has to take, I'm saying she's not telling the full story how it is. It was never an agreement on a dollar amount of being able to help. It's just do what you can when you can.
So was there ever an agreement for it to be a temporary situation?
Well, yes.
You'd agree with me that 3 years is no longer temporary, right?
I would say it's no longer temporary, but in the moments where I would say, you know what, I'm going to do what I can to see what I can to get, it was her, the one that was talking about, oh, that's not a good place for my grandbabies. You don't need to take them over there. And, I worry about y'all's safety over there, and that's too far, and that'll be taking them out of their environment.
So are you, and please just stop beating on the table.
I'm sorry.
All of that is not necessary. I can assure you it's not.
just emotional a little bit.
I understand. Y'all need to calm down, all right?
I can't believe I'm even here. Like, this is ridiculous.
Well, this is where you come when you want some relief, when you are wanting certain things to happen. You come to court to take care of it. It's unfortunate that the two of you couldn't work it out because you're mother and daughter, but this is where you come, right?
The divorce part? Completely understandable. Life hits hard sometimes. Nobody plans for marriages falling apart. But here's the part that's getting harder to ignore. 3 years later, what's the plan? Because struggling is one thing. Living without a finish line is something else entirely. And the judge is starting to notice that too.
So, do you have any intentions of moving out and taking your children, or are you going to move out yourself and leave the children with her?
I mean, she knows what the situation is. I mean, when I was working, which she knows at this point that there was a huge layoff because of COVID and why I started doing hair in the first place to try and make amends. So for her to sit over here talking about, oh, I got all these jobs and I got all this finance coming in at this point, it's just ridiculous. And it just shows to, you know, just how low she'll stoop to how she behaves and how she acts.
But she letting you live for free. She's been allowing you to do it for 3 years. She pays for everything for your children. She feeds your children. She takes them to school. She pays for health insurance. She's literally doing everything. You're doing nothing.
But that's her story. I'm doing more than I'm doing exactly what I can. I cook, I clean, I do what the stuff she asks me to do for church.
Hold on. Cooking and cleaning for a house that you reside in, you don't get any credit for that, okay? You should do those things, right? But in terms of your children, what are you doing? Because she said she's doing it all, everything I just named off. You have yet to dispute that.
Well, I do do stuff for their school. She doesn't always, you're not always the one taking them to school,
Okay,
mommy. I don't even know why you in here acting like you do that.
Let's not derail this thing because you never answered my original question.
So
do you plan to move out with your children, or do you plan on moving out and allowing them to stay with her?
Well, I mean, at this point, I mean, she dragging me all in here to court. I mean, I want to go out. I want to go out and move and like find me and get me situated, and then I will be able to come back and get them and get the boys.
So the boys are going to stay with her. When are you trying to move out?
Like ASAP, because this is ridiculous. Like, I can't even believe you brought me in here with this
foolishness. When
foolishness.
Say ASAP, do you mean that you're going to leave court today and go find somewhere?
I mean, no. I'm going to have to, like, get on my hustle, you know, to, like, try and figure out, you know, where I'm going to go and, you know, what I'm going to do and how much is that going to take.
What are we looking at in timeline? Because we know the boys are going to stay with her when this happens. So timeline, give me a reasonable timeline that you're talking about doing this.
Within the next 2 months, I would say.
2 months, okay.
There it is. As soon as possible. Those 4 words show up in court more often than people realize. The problem is, judges don't work on urgency. They work on calendars, deadlines, and facts. And notice something else. When it came up that the boys were staying with grandma, nobody pushed back. Not grandma, not mom, not even for a second. That quiet moment might be the biggest answer in this entire case.
That's exactly what I needed to know.
I ain't trying to stay where I ain't want it.
Well, I don't think that's what she's saying, ma'am. She's just saying she wants a little bit of assistance. She's not saying she's not willing to help you. That's not a fair assessment. How much money do you make a year?
At this point, probably around about 25.
25,000?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You actually make more than that because we're going to deem that braiding as income. Now, she said you make about $1,200 a week. Is that true?
That is not true.
How much do you make a week?
It just fluctuates on how my clientele does.
Well, let's just do it by average then. On a monthly basis, how much money do you say you bring in from braiding hair?
I would say monthly. Monthly, I would say $1,200.
Monthly, $1,200?
Yes, because
I don't get 3 or 4 heads.
I don't get heads. I don't get heads all the time. And some of the people she see me braid is like some of my girlfriends who, if I braid their hair, you know, like they'll do my nails or they'll do my lashes or, you know, they'll grab my kids from school for me if I need them to. It's like we help each other out. So I'm not always getting money.
Do I look like I was born yesterday?
No.
Right. So you want me to sit here and believe that braiding hair and you're charging how much? per head?
It just depends. I mean, shorter ones, 80, longer ones, like 250.
That's not what she says, and she lives in the house.
But she's not.
with
She's
you.
not working with my clientele, and it really.
So you don't tell her how much you get paid?
No, because she really huff and puff around the house, and really the only reason we here because my boyfriend Tank Daddy, who she was dating, broke up with her, and she was pissed about it, and so I didn't agree with the situation. So that's the only reason why we really here is because she mad because I didn't take her side in the situation. When grown folks gonna do what grown folks gonna do, and that ain't none of my business. But I'm the one getting the brunt from it. I'm the one that's not doing something. I'm the one that's not doing what I'm supposed to do for my kids. So now it's an issue with my kids because her and my boyfriend's dad ain't in the right spot. And just because I didn't take her side. It wasn't no side to take. It ain't none of my business.
All right. And you know what? That's none of my business too, but let me tell you what is my business. I have your gross calculated at $3,283. That $1,200 that you just testified to, I'm deeming that as income in addition to what you make monthly. So that's how I got to that number, $3,283.
Uh-oh, now we're talking numbers. This is usually where these cases either get stronger or fall apart really fast. Because courts don't only ask what was earned, they ask what could have been earned. And bringing boyfriend drama into a child support hearing? That felt like throwing a toaster into a swimming pool. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong target.
Let me make sure I'm looking at the right number. Yes, $2,798.18. Do you have any other children outside of the two boys?
No, I do not.
Okay, and you're also going to pay for health insurance reimbursement to your mom. So monthly child support comes out to $699, was $670. We're going to round it up. Plus, you have to do a reimbursement. Let me just make sure I don't go over the legal amount because it can't be over 3%. So $2,798.18 times 3%. So your health insurance reimbursement to mom, although you pay $275, according to the law, it can't be, the health insurance amount that she reimburses you cannot be more than 3%. So that caps at about $84. So 670 plus $84 is $754. That's how much you'll pay your mom a month.
$700.
$754 exactly.
Your breakup.
No, because you need to pay for your own children, ma'am. Excuse me, I'm speaking. It's $754. It's what's in the best interest of the children. These are your children, not your mother's children. These are her grandchildren. And I went ahead and ordered that you pay child support because based on your testimony, you'll be moving out in a couple of months anyway. So there we are. Do you have any other questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you, Your Honor, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Judge Vonda wasn't angry here. She was drawing boundaries. Helping family is a gift. Parenting is a responsibility. Those aren't interchangeable. So here's the question. Was $754 fair? Too much? Not enough? Drop the ruling in the comments below. For 10 years, one dad handled everything. School mornings, doctor visits, birthdays, homework. Meanwhile, the child's mother built a career, making over $85,000 a year. Now Judge Vonda B has one question. If parenting became a one-person job, why didn't the bills become a two-person job too?
Okay, Mr. Brown.
Yes.
You brought this case before the court?
I did.
What's going on?
Well, she left when our son was 11 months old. He's
11 months?
11 months, yes. And she chose to pursue her career.
Wait a minute, I got hung up. You said 11 months
11
and he's
months,
10 years old
and
now?
he's 10 years old now. She chose her career over being a parent, although she wanted to be a parent, and left me with the child. It's been hard. I do what I can do. I take care of our son. She's still chasing her dreams. Nothing wrong with that, but she did decide to have a child, and I just want to know what happened, some kind of financial compensation if she's chasing her dreams and making all the money she wants to make. Maybe she can just throw some money our way, that'll be fine.
That would be fine, and I agree with that,
Yeah.
ma'am. Is there a reason that you have not paid this man child support? He's been having your son for 10 years. He said throw some money their way. What that mean? Throw some money their way?
Would you clarify for her
Well,
what
if
you
she
mean by
doesn't
that,
want
sir?
to be in his life and be around and be a mother, and I have to be the father and the mother, then maybe I should be compensated for being the father and the mother.
You mean by her paying child support?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all he looks for is money.
Well, he would like to play baseball.
It takes more than air to raise a child, ma'am. You have to pay something. What else do you want him to receive to be able to raise this child? I'm listening.
And our child has dreams.
He needs to get a job.
10 years. That's not a rough season. That's an entire childhood. By this point, this isn't even about whether support should exist. The real question is why it took a decade to get here in the first place. And if the income numbers turn out to be true, this case is about to become very expensive.
And stop trying to depend on me.
What you need to do is listen to what I'm saying and answer my question and not worry about what he has going on. Everything is about you right now.
Isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. We'll get to the money part in just a minute in terms of calculations because this child has been with him for a long time, and to go without any sort of financial assistance and based on what you've turned in, you've made money and you have not given anything to him for your child, it's absurd.
I've been throwing money his way, and I don't know what he's been doing with it because I make over $85,000 a year.
Excuse me?
Over $85,000 a year.
You make over $85,000
Over
a year?
$85,000
She hasn't given
a year,
you any
and I've
money,
been-
sir?
Not too much. And really,
Not too-
the thing is,
This dude is lying. This
The thing
dude is
is-
lying.
Excuse me, I can't listen to both of y'all at the same time. I have 2 ears, but I only can listen to one person
well,
at
the
a
thing
time.
is, when she's all free pursuing her career, I have to watch the child.
Wait a minute, what kind of, ma'am,
Well,
please.
it's hard to find a job and take care of a kid.
What kind of career does she have?
She's an esthetician.
Okay.
Eyelashes, taking care of people's eyelashes.
Okay.
She makes pretty good money at it. Actually, she's good at her job.
And
I
she
would
work
give her
hard
that.
for it too.
However,
Ma'am.
diapers and
Excuse me, sir. All this extra and this attitude, I'm the only person that can have an attitude in here, okay? Yes, it's right. So I'm going to need you to tone it down a little bit, okay? Thanks.
Wait, did she really just hit the full get a job argument? The problem with that defense is sitting right there in the courtroom. Someone already has a full-time job. It's called raising the child. Judge Vonda B heard that argument for about 3 seconds before steering the conversation right back to the kid. And that usually means the court's patience meter is running low.
Go ahead, sir.
And our 10-year-old is a grown boy, and he has a lot of things he'd like to do, and it's very hard for me. I don't want to get any government assistance. I would like to do it as best as I can on my own. However, I can't go back to school and take care of our son and have a job and run a business. It's very hard, and
I imagine so.
It is.
I imagine so. What type of expenses does your son have?
He has normal childhood expenses, food.
Is he involved in extracurricular activities?
Yes, he likes to read. He likes games. I like to keep him with electronics and things to spark his interest.
What type of extracurricular activities?
He likes
does he do?
go-karts, motorcycles. He likes race cars, train sets, video games. He likes going out to the park, going to the lake, and all that.
Ma'am, do you hear all of that? All of that costs money.
It sure does, and like he said, I've been throwing money their way.
Every now and then, it hasn't been consistent.
It's not very consistent.
And it clearly cannot be consistent. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a reason to be here.
Does he have a job? Can you ask him that question?
Ma'am, you know what? He's taking care of the child.
Doing what though?
The child lives with him, correct?
Correct.
Right. So whether he works or not, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that he is raising you all's child, and you're not doing anything consistently. So we're going to make that change.
According to him, though, right?
I want to see you do the same.
This part matters more than people think. Notice what the father listed: books, activities, games, trips outside. Not luxury, not extravagance, just a kid being allowed to be a kid. Because childhood costs money. Turns out food isn't free, neither are hobbies, and unfortunately neither are go-karts.
After I finish with these calculations. Okay, so who carries health insurance?
Obviously not him.
Do you carry it?
Do you carry health insurance for the child?
Ask him.
Do you carry health insurance for
all
the
the information?
ma'am?
Well, see, that's the problem. I have a hard time communicating with her. Communication.
I'm having a hard time communicating with her, so I can't even imagine what you have to deal with in
Very
talking
rough.
to her about the child.
And he just wants to know where his mother is and why she doesn't want to be part of our lives and why she doesn't want to come around, why she wasn't involved in any of his after-school activities.
That is a legitimate concern. That is
The
a
teachers
legitimate
want to
concern.
know where his mother
Sir,
is.
who pays health insurance for the child?
Well, the health insurance, it's kind of hard right now.
So he doesn't have any health
He has no
insurance
health
coverage right now.
He has no health insurance.
So we're going to fix that right now. So according to your own testimony and your tax returns and your 1099s, it does equate to about $85,000 a year. So what we're going to do is order you to pay child support. Based on your gross, it comes out to $7,083.33. And right now the child isn't covered on any sort of health insurance coverage, so you're also going to be responsible for obtaining health insurance for the child, okay? And I'm going to order you do that within 30 days. That's what you're going to have to do. I have your net resources at $5,138.10. So your child support obligation monthly and giving you credit, how many other children did you say?
I have 4.
4, okay.
Okay. No consistent support, no health insurance. And now comes the income number, $85,000 a year. That sound heard across the courtroom? Probably calculators waking up, because once that figure entered the conversation, the math stopped being friendly.
So, giving you credit for your other children, your child support obligation comes out to $698.78. And I'm also going to order you pay back support to this man. He requested in his paperwork that you pay back support to him. It's known as retroactive child support. In Texas, it can go back the last 4 years. So, in calculating what your monthly child support obligation should be for the past 4 years, child support back pay is $33,541.44. And I'm going to have you repay that monthly at $1,000. So your total monthly obligation is $1,698.78 for a child support obligation. Any questions about that?
As long as he get a job and stop living off of me.
You know what, ma'am? He can't be living off of you if you haven't given him anything consistently.
That's according to him.
Okay, well, you haven't provided me with anything different. Okay, so, exactly. Is there anything further, sir?
No, not too much. As long as she doesn't want to be around and she's willing to financially help support him, then maybe I can go off and further my education and be a better father and mother.
Sounds good to me. So, if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
$33,000 in back support, monthly child support, health insurance coverage. That escalated quickly. But here's the part that actually matters. The court didn't reward one parent. The court protected one child. And after 10 years, responsibility finally showed up to court. Was Judge Vonda exactly right here? Or should the amount have been even higher after 10 years without consistent support? Drop the verdict in the comments below. A mother walked into court saying money was tight. Then Judge Vonda B asked one simple question. How much is the condo? The answer changed the entire courtroom. Because while her 3-year-old special needs son was being raised by his grandfather, she was spending $5,000 every month on a place to live.
Mr. Schaefer, you brought this case before the court, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay, go ahead. What's going on?
Well, my son was married to the respondent, and he died. They have a child that's now 3 years old that has been left in my custody, and I'm asking for some sort of relief or support because I'm retired from the military and on a fixed income.
Okay. First of all, my condolences for the loss of your son. I appreciate that. And thank you for your service as well.
Oh, thank you.
How long has the child lived with you?
2 years.
2 years. Has mom given you any support for the child?
No, she hasn't.
She hasn't bought anything?
Not significantly, no. But I've just now come to the point where I need some relief and I need some help.
I agree with that.
The moment he said his son had passed away, this case stopped being about numbers. Now, There's a grandfather raising his grandson on a military retirement check, and he's not asking for anything extra. He's asking for help carrying a load that was never supposed to become his in the first place. At this point, the judge hadn't heard about the condo yet.
Ma'am?
Well, I've been traveling. My job had me traveling a lot, and I was in between jobs. I'm making $35,000 now.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm not...
Where are you traveling?
Well, I'm a travel agent.
Okay.
So because of that, I can just travel. I get discounts, and I get to fly free. So...
Oh, my God, that is amazing.
So,
but that has nothing to do with you giving some sort of financial support.
I didn't
to
have
this.
it.
Excuse me, I was talking. That has nothing to do with you giving financial support to this man for the support of your child. Your child, not his child, your child.
it is my child, that is correct. But like I said, my job had me traveling, and I really didn't have the extra money.
What are you doing with yourself every day? What do you do? Tell me about your traveling.
Well, I had got this new condo for one thing, and you know that.
Wait a
so
minute, you got
expensive.
you got a condo and you're traveling.
Yes.
But how much is this condo?
Well, I'd rather not say.
No, I'd rather you say.
Because
how much is this condo?
It's pretty steep. It's pretty steep.
Ma'am, what does that mean? That means nothing to me. Steep. You know how many people come in here with things that are steep? I need a number.
I like to live nice, and so I pay $5,000.
See, you know what? You obviously came here to waste my time.
For a minute, this sounded like a pretty common child support case. Job changes, travel for work, money being tight. Then the conversation took a strange turn. Because the more she talked about traveling, the less this started sounding like financial hardship. And Judge Vonda B was listening very carefully.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
really,
you
I
did.
didn't. And I
Ma'am,
really
yes, you
didn't
did.
have
I've
any
asked
extra
you a
money.
very specific question. How much is your condo?
Well, I pay $5,000 a month.
$5,000 a month? Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
is this 3-year-old in daycare?
Yes, he's in preschool because he has some special needs.
How much is daycare?
Daycare runs about $300 a week.
$300 a week.
Don't you get some kind of discount?
And don't you
No,
just
ma'am.
need to wait your turn until
Yes, ma'am.
I come to you.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
not talking to you.
Okay.
Thank you. Sir, $300 a week. And what type of special needs does a child have?
He's autistic.
Okay. Does he have to, you have to pay for like any medical expenses?
He needs special counseling, and of course he has regular doctor visits.
Counseling? Does mom show up to any of those doctor's visits or anything?
Well, no, of course I haven't always told her, but I
Exactly.
haven't expected her.
Exactly. You haven't given him any money either.
Well,
Well, I'm not talking to you still.
Now, I don't have anything against my former daughter-in-law. I mean, she was married to my son, but I do need a little more involvement and a little help.
I agree.
$5,000 per month on a condo. The courtroom probably didn't need a calculator for this one. A grandfather is covering preschool, medical visits, and therapy bills. Meanwhile, the housing budget alone could have started its own family court case. From this point forward, the ruling almost felt inevitable.
With you, it definitely, if she's spending $5,000 a month on a condo, I don't even stay in a condo,
I
ma'am.
need that. I
Okay,
have to have
well,
that.
I need a condo. Can you give me your condo? Exactly. So your child support based on $35,000 a year. Are you carrying any type of health insurance on the child?
see, that's another thing. Since on the child,
Yes.
well, the child is autistic, so the child gets a check. So I don't understand why you need my money.
Okay.
Because you get assistance from the government. with this
Excuse
kid.
me.
I mean, my child.
Excuse me. Last time I checked, I was the judge.
You are.
Okay, thanks. That means that I asked the questions and I addressed him, he addressed me.
Okay.
You do not address him.
All right.
Okay?
Understand.
How much is health insurance for the child only?
I have no idea what health insurance is for the child.
So obviously you don't pay it. Sir, how much is health insurance for the child
It's
only?
just short of $400.
Short for the child only?
Yes,
Ma'am, you...
I'm covered under the VA.
Well, I thought he was getting
No,
government
well, I
assistance.
thought you should have been giving him something for child support. So we're going to go ahead and make that happen today. And the child has been living with you for the past 2 years, you say?
2 years.
So not only am I going to make you pay child support, ma'am, you're going to pay back pay as well.
I cannot afford that.
Guess what? sell your condo, then you can afford that.
This was probably the hardest part of the hearing. Autism treatment isn't cheap. Therapy isn't cheap. Special education isn't cheap. But the grandfather wasn't standing there asking for sympathy. He was asking for participation. Those are two very different things.
So I have your gross based on $35,000 a year at $2,916.67. And you said the health insurance is $400 a month?
Yes.
That's pretty steep based on, well, not that your coverage is not steep, but in Texas, we're only allowed to take 9% of her gross. So based on 9%, it'll be $262.50.
Will that start? Can you give me maybe 3 months before that starts so I can rebudget my bills?
Let me think about that. No. So $262.50.
I had a question. Why are you being so hard on me?
Ma'am, I'm not being hard on you. You have not given this man any type of child support to support your child. And then you come to court and say you don't have money, but you travel and you have a $5,000 a month condo, but you don't give him anything a month.
I don't have it. I just don't have it.
Well, I can't help you. So it's going to be, I have your child support obligation. And how many children do you have? I'm sorry, ma'am.
Just one.
One child, so that's based on 20%. Let's see here. Sir, you said you all have a cordial relationship. Are you okay with continuing that health insurance?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and are you seeking any type of reimbursement from her on the health insurance?
No, I mean, it's all in the past.
Okay, well, you got really lucky. He cut you a break. So your child support obligation, your net comes out to $2,466.03.
This is where Judge Vonda B drew the line. Not because of the salary, not because of the career, because priorities were showing up in black and white. The money existed. The question was where it was going. And unfortunately for the condo, Judge Vonda B had already reached her conclusion.
Your child support obligation comes out to $394.56. Now, your back child support, that $394.56, you have to pay that back from the time that the child has lived with Mr. Schaefer.
That's not fair.
Yes, ma'am. In Texas, it goes back 4 years. Your child is 3. So with that calculation, it comes out to $14,204.16 to be paid monthly at an amount of $200. That makes your total child support obligation set at, well, I'm gonna make it $300 because $14,000 is a huge amount. So that makes your monthly child support obligation $694.56.
I got some bills that I can show you. I just can't afford that.
And you know what? He has bills that he can show me as well, and you have not done anything. And you're lucky that he cut you a break because I didn't have to let him do that. Is there anything further, Mr. Schaefer?
That's all that I have.
Can we talk and maybe we can talk amongst one another and see if we can come up with an agreement?
You're more than welcome to do that at a later date, but right now I just made my ruling. Do you have any other questions pertaining to this?
I guess not, since I have to pay all this money.
Okay, well, I guess you all are dismissed. Thank you.
The number on that order was never going to be the painful part. The painful part was hearing 2 years of responsibility reduced to a monthly payment calculation. The grandfather even passed on reimbursement for medical insurance costs. That probably told the court everything it needed to know about who had been showing up for this child. Did Judge Vonda B get this one exactly right, or should the court have gone even further? Drop a verdict in the comments below. He walked into court thinking this was just paperwork. 15 minutes later, a judge was calculating nearly $900 a month in child support. His defense? I already spend time with my son. But in family court, one question changes everything. Does showing up for a child count the same as paying for one?
Okay, Miss Allen, you're back. It looks like you brought someone with you. What's going on?
King. So he's my nephew's father.
Okay.
And I need help, you know. Mom's paying child support. I feel it's only fair that dad pays child support for, you know, his child.
Okay. And you said for your nephew, if I remember correctly, there were 2 children, right?
Yes. He's just the father of the 4-year-old.
All right.
Yes.
All right. But you said he was around. I remember
he does,
you saying
and
that.
he even dropped off some school supplies. You know, he brought him a backpack and he got him, you know, the scissors and Crayolas and stuff, but I mean, he didn't help with school clothes.
Right. Right. Have you ever asked him to help with school clothes or do anything more?
I mean, he knows school starts, you know.
So that's a no?
That's a no.
Okay. How do you know he knows that school started?
I mean, because the summer just ended and the school starts, and he knows his baby's going to go to, you know, kinder. He knows that the baby's starting pre-K. So, you know, he brought school supplies. Why wouldn't he think to bring school clothes?
Well, that's true. That's true. You all have a decent relationship, though.
We do. And he's, you know, he's sometimey. He comes, you know, when he wants. I mean.
That was funny.
Just listening to her, that's it.
Okay. All right. I'll get to you in just a second, okay?
Yes,
all
ma'am.
right. Continue.
Basically, that's it, you know. My sister is not doing her part. He does some timey part, and, you know, it's just getting old.
Okay.
My nephew deserves more.
So at this point, you are wanting to place him on child support?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I don't know if, have you talked to him before today? Because I don't know if he knew this because he has this look on his face and shaking his head. You haven't discussed this with him?
We haven't.
Yeah,
we haven't.
Where is this coming
I mean,
from?
not that you legally have to, you don't.
Well, okay,
but
he knows that mom is paying child support. He knows that my sister's paying me child support for her 2 kids. I think it's only fair he pay child support for 1 kid. He had to have known this was coming. You know, he knew that I had put my sister on child support.
Okay.
I knew that?
I think you did.
You think I did?
I think you did.
Okay.
All right. All right.
This case starts in a way that catches almost everyone off guard. Not because child support is unusual, because of who filed it. The aunt basically walks into court and says, if mom is paying support, dad should be too. And suddenly, this stops being a fight between parents. Now it's about responsibility, because somebody still has to buy groceries, somebody still has to pay for school clothes, somebody still has to keep the lights on. And whether people like it or not, that's where this entire case is heading.
So is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him? Because it seems like he has a lot to say.
Let's hear what he's got to say.
Okay. Sir, is your last name King or your first name King?
First name's King.
First name is King. What's your last name?
Jackson.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, what's going on here?
You guys tell me. I don't know what's going on here.
You were unaware of the reason that you were coming to court today?
Yeah, I'm just here.
Okay, you got served with paperwork. Did you read it?
No.
So you just showed up without reading? You just came to court not knowing what was going on?
Well, I'm not going to miss court.
Well, I can appreciate that. Thank you. You're about the first person that is come in here and recognize that you should come to court when you are ordered to come to court. But you didn't read the paperwork, so you're not aware of anything.
I'm in a blind about all this, and nothing was discussed or anything like that. Just prior to, sent you a text message here. I think I still got it.
You sent her a text message?
Yeah, we communicate. We communicate back and forth.
Okay.
So for her to say that I'm inconsistent, I don't know where she's getting that from.
Well, how would you describe, you going and seeing your son and everything like that?
Oh, I'm an amazing father, but of course, you get in court, it's something totally different. So, yeah.
What do you mean by amazing father? Like, explain that to me.
How often do you come and pick up your son?
Excuse me, Miss Allen?
I'm sorry. My apologies.
And I know you know better. You've been here before.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Don't be sorry.
Thank you, Judge.
Just don't do it.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Now,
Thank you, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Jackson.
Yes.
You're welcome. Continue.
Being an amazing father, I go pick up my kids whenever I have the opportunity to. I do work at a bank here as a financial advisor.
All right.
So my schedule is not, it doesn't permit me to go pick them up like I would like to. But through our text message and everything like that, I'm able to communicate with her and go pick them up. As she said before, dropping them off, picking them up, taking them out to eat, buying school supplies.
Wait a minute, just so I'm clear. So she has custody of both of her sister's kids. Mm-hmm. Are you taking both of the kids? Are you?
No, just mine.
You just taking your son?
Yes.
Okay, because you said kids, so I didn't know if this was this child or you had outside children.
No, well, just this one.
Okay. Okay, I got you. I follow you.
Yeah.
And
so,
that matters because if you're going to be put on child support, you will get credit for any of the children that you have. You said you work at a bank. How much money do you make?
say about $60K a year.
Okay. All right. So you pick up your son, you take him places, you do things with him.
Yes.
Do you buy him clothes and everything like that for your home?
Of course.
Okay.
The words, "I'm an amazing father," just entered the courtroom. That sentence either ages really well or really badly. Usually there isn't much middle ground. And to be fair, he does sound involved. He's visiting. He's picking up his son. He's buying things when he's with him. The problem is that family court usually asks a completely different question. What happens during the days you're not there? Because that's where child support lives. And the judge is definitely heading in that direction.
Okay. So how do you feel about knowing that you're here today to be placed on child support at her request?
I think it's a waste of time, honestly. I think we could have settled out of court for all this, but hey, you got to go through the process. So let's go through it.
Okay. Have you been giving her any financial assistance for your son up until now?
Yes.
All right. How have you been giving her financial assistance?
Whenever she asks.
Okay. How frequent do you ask him?
I don't like to ask frequently because I feel like he knows his child has needs, wants even, and I don't have to pick up the phone and say, hey, your child's gonna eat today. Hey, look, I even brought my electricity bill, you know, like water, electricity, gas, $435 for electricity. I mean,
what does your bill have to do with my child?
Your child lives in my home and uses this electricity, you know, watching TV or the enjoyment of the air conditioner, you know. I mean, it's just your child, you should pay.
Okay.
Financially.
Once again, you didn't answer the question.
You're not, you don't, if you're not gonna sit your child, if you're not gonna take care of your child and have your child with you, well then you can pay financially.
Okay.
Right?
I choose to have my child with me, but hey, you know how you guys do.
Oh. What does that mean, you guys do? What does that mean?
I'm not gonna get into that.
Oh, okay, but I asked you to, so what does that mean?
Yes, Your Honor. As I said before, I think that I'm an amazing dad. Her and her sister, how can I say it without being rude? They have certain ways about them.
I could kind of tell that from the last time that they were here.
They have certain ways about them. A little money hungry, if you want to say that. I'm gonna say that and not use the other term, but hey, teach his own. Teach his own.
Okay, and she said some things about the electricity bill and everything like that.
Correct.
Do you think that child support should be determined or spent on those expenses?
No, child support is for the child. Me paying your bills, you have another child there, you probably have other dudes there, that's not my responsibility. So
Do you think she was asking you to pay those bills?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she need help.
Miss Allen, were you asking him to pay those bills, or what
No,
exactly
Judge,
was?
I want him to just get the knowledge that, you know, your child lives in a household. You are not contributing to that household, so therefore you contribute financially to your child, so that your child is taken care of.
Okay.
You know, so that when school comes, there's school clothes and there's backpacks and new shoes and you know.
Okay.
This is where the whole conversation changes. Up until now, they're talking about school supplies and clothes. Now the argument gets bigger. He's looking at it like this. My job is to take care of my son. She's looking at it completely differently. Your son eats here, sleeps here, and lives here. And that's probably why this case feels so divided. Some people watching are probably thinking, yeah, he's right. Others are probably saying, no chance. Kids cost way more than that. Meanwhile, the judge already knows where this conversation is heading. Sooner or later, the calculator comes out, and somebody usually leaves unhappy.
So, Mr. Jackson, this is what we are going to do. We are going to place you on child support today. I mean, at the end of the day, the law is the law. You do have a responsibility to financially support your child, any children that you may have. Your child is living with his aunt. She should receive some sort of financial support in caring for your son, just like the mother does. All right? You understand what I'm saying? So it's not to punish you or anything like that, but she is entitled to receive some sort of support for taking care of your child. All right? Now, child support is, go ahead.
So all the cash apps and everything that I have here and all the text messages and everything, that means nothing, correct?
No, you haven't told me that. You haven't told me. I mean, I asked, how much have you been giving her?
Like I said, whenever she asks,
But what does that mean? Like, numerically, how does that look?
What, an extra $250 to $500?
A month?
Yeah, say that.
Okay, and the last time you were here, I believe you said your nephew had been with you, let me see, I have my notes here, 9 months at the time.
250, there's no way. 250 to 500, there's no way.
Okay.
He'll send like $20 here, $30 here, $40. I've never received a payment more than $50 ever.
Never?
So is it possible
sure?
that, excuse me?
No.
Are you sure?
Excuse me.
Sure.
I'll let you
Okay.
guys talk the first time. Now I'm talking. So is it possible that the $250 to $500 is a total based on sending smaller amounts? Is that possible?
Sure.
Because she's saying she hasn't received that in a month.
And like I said, my electricity bill was $430
Once
a
again,
month.
that's not my responsibility.
It's not, but your child lives in my home.
Okay, you keep talking about your bills. You need to
Okay,
focus
well,
on my
let me
child,
just clear
okay?
this up. The bills don't matter, okay? I mean, I get what you're saying. I
Yes.
understand. The child lives there. There
It was
are
just,
things that
you
you
know.
have to pay for. I get it.
I was just saying.
His child support is not going to be paid based on your electricity
Absolutely.
bill, your gas bill, any of those
But
bills
he
that
wants
you
to
brought
sit
today.
here and say $250 to $500. That's probably been in a year. And what I was just trying to say is, come on, come on. $500 in a year, that's not much.
Well, she did ask for back child support too, so that's the reason that I asked.
This hearing just took a turn because the judge isn't trying to decide whether he's a good father. She's trying to figure out whether the numbers match the story. That's a dangerous moment in any courtroom, especially after hearing, "I send money all the time," because eventually somebody asks the question nobody wants asked, how much exactly? And once actual numbers enter the conversation, feelings usually leave the room.
What it was that you had paid her.
You can take $500 off. Fine.
$500 off the back pay?
Yeah. I'll
Okay,
give
now
that.
you do understand that back pay
I'll
starts
give that.
from the day that you filed, right? She hasn't filed, it's been fairly recent since she filed. So taking $500 off, that'll probably put you around $2,000 in back pay. And you can pay that back at $100 a month, okay? So this is what we're going to do. What I'll do is give you credit. I can give you $200 credit for health insurance. Now, if your health insurance ends up being more than that, I can't just say, okay, I'll give you credit for $300 or even more than that without seeing what the actual health insurance premium is going to look like for your son only. So I give you credit for $200, okay?
Okay.
All right, so if I do that with your gross, that brings your gross to $4,800, which means your net is $3,979.47. And you said you have one child, correct?
Have one, expecting one.
Okay, so you have one child that's already here.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So that is $3,979.47. That's 20%, $795.89. We'll round it up to $796, plus $100 a month for the back pay that you owe. That makes your monthly child support obligation $896 a month. All right?
Thank you, Your
That's
Honor.
ridiculous.
You're
But
welcome.
Thank
okay.
you, Your Honor.
Do you all, I mean,
And
it's
my
based on
nephew's
a
gonna
number.
thank you too. My
It's-
nephew thanks you too.
Okay,
And he'll
that's
thank
great.
you too.
No, your bills, thank you. That's what it is.
Okay, the two of you
Whatever.
hush, thanks. All right, so as I stated, it's not a punishment or anything like that. It is strictly based on what your income is. Now, if you guys can work together and you decide you want to do something different, you get an agreement or something like that, I would happily entertain that. But until then, this is where we're at today. All right? Do you have any questions, Mr. Jackson?
I bet he don't. My apologies.
Money hungry, like I said. No, I'm good. I mean, I got other priorities right now, so.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for showing up for court, at
Most
least.
definitely.
Other
Thank you.
priorities than his son.
Miss
Other
Allen,
priorities
your
other than
only
his son.
That's not your
priority,
business.
you have two
You want your bills
priorities.
paid,
The
right?
first priority is for you to make the request as you did, and the second one is to hush.
Yes,
All
Your
right?
Honor. You're
Anything
up.
further?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The second that $896 number landed, the entire energy changed. You could almost hear everyone doing math in their head. For him, it felt massive. For her, it probably felt overdue. For the court, though, it was simple. Income goes in, formula comes out, case closed. Now comes the question that usually splits the internet in half. Should child support help cover household expenses where the child lives? Or should it only pay for things directly bought for the child? Judge Vonda B gave the legal answer. Now it's time for the court of public opinion. Drop the verdict below. A mother walked into court, asking for something judges almost never hear. Take me off child support. Not because she disappeared from her son's life, because according to her, she was already paying for the shoes, the basketball gear, the extra spending money, and plenty more outside the court order. So her question was simple. Why keep paying $700 every month if the support checks weren't the only money reaching her son? The answer turned out to be a lot more complicated than she expected.
Okay, Ms. Ford, you brought this case before the court. What's going on? Yes, Your Honor. I came here to request to be taken off child support.
All right.
My child is almost 18 right now. I'm still sending cash apps, still taking care of my child, so I'm just confused on how the child is about to be 18. He's in the house with his new fiance, two-parent home right now, well, 2 incomes, and I feel like I just need to be taken off.
All right, so you came to court to ask to be taken off child support because he has a 2-parent income?
And because I do take care of my child.
All right, so what's the legal basis that you're asking to be removed from child support?
What am I paying child support for when I can take care of my own child? My child is just currently living with him because I'm on the road due to my business and entertainment and stuff like that. But as far as cash apps and financial responsibility, I do that without him. My child is almost 18, so I don't feel like I need to go through him for everything.
Okay, I understand. And you say he's almost 18, so he's 17?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What grade is he in?
He's a senior, 12th.
He's 17, but he's a senior?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, got you. When does he graduate?
In May.
All right. Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
No, I just feel like he's a user and I'm taking care of him and his new fiance.
How is he a user?
He's still allowing me to pay child support for a kid that I'm providing full support for.
Honestly, a lot of people probably start on mom's side here. $700 every month isn't small money. Then add extra cash on top of that. Yeah, frustration starts making sense pretty quickly. But there's one detail sitting quietly in the background. Her son lives with dad. That one fact has won a lot of child support cases before this one even starts.
Right, but you understand you're under a court order to pay child support. That's not necessarily something that he's doing. That's what the court did the first time. You understand that, right?
Yes, but I just feel like he could have denied it or even spoke up and told you guys that I'm taking care of the child financially.
Why would he do that?
Because he don't need my money. I'm taking care of my own child.
Well, let's play devil's advocate a little bit. Would you have done that for him if the roles were reversed?
Yes, ma'am.
You would have opted not to put him on child support?
If he's already provided financial responsibility, exactly, I wouldn't have done that.
I don't believe that.
Okay. I don't know. I see a lot of things when I'm sitting up here, right? So I can't necessarily say you would have done it or you would not have done it, but people in your certain circumstances, I can't say that I've seen them willingly not put the guy on child support when the roles were reversed. So I don't see why that even matters, you know, that you take care of your child, the child lives with him, so you should be paying child support. You'd agree with me, right?
I mean, my child don't have to technically live with him, but you're the judge, so whatever you say.
But he does. I mean, technically, no, he doesn't, but he likes living with his dad, right?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so you won't want to unroot him from living with dad if he likes being over there. No, you agree with me?
I agree.
Okay, all right. So is it okay if I move over to him, or are you done telling me everything you want me to know?
Yes, ma'am. With just one thing. So even if I'm not taking completely off, I do feel like it do need to be decreased, especially with his age. He doesn't need childcare or anything of that nature. So I will be requesting a decrease.
This is usually the moment people realize family court plays by different rules. Mom keeps talking about helping. The court keeps talking about responsibility. Those sound similar. They aren't. And that comment about her son not needing to live with dad? That probably didn't land the way she hoped. Because once a 17-year-old has settled somewhere, judges usually don't enjoy shaking that up. Right now, dad probably feels pretty comfortable.
Okay, sir. Your son lives with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And how long has he been living with you?
Pretty much all the way up till now, pretty much.
So even as a child from the time this order was entered?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And is it true what she's saying, she give extra outside of paying child support?
I mean, she does. I mean, it's a little here, a little bit here and there, but, you know.
How much child support are you receiving right now?
It's roughly around, it's probably about $700.
Okay. Who carries health insurance?
I do.
All right. How much is your health insurance?
Between, let's see, it's around roughly about $350.
For your son only, or does that include the both
That's
of you?
for both of us.
Okay. All right. So if we split that in half, it's $175 a person, right? Okay. And your son is 17. He's still in high school. He graduates high school in May. All right. What other expenses does he have? Like, is he involved in anything extracurricular?
Sports. I mean, he plays basketball, track.
Who pays for basketball?
Me.
Who pays for track?
Me as well.
Does mom help out at all with any of those extra expenses?
I mean, no, not really.
Wow.
Well, she says she's seen Cash App and such.
I mean, that's, you know, here and there, you know. It's here and there, it's not, yeah.
But sending extra outside of the $700, that counts for something, right?
Counts for something, yeah. I mean, but I feel like, you know, he's with me most of the time, so I feel like, you know, that is needed. So, I mean, it's...
Okay, this is where things get harder for mom. Food, transportation, insurance, sports. Anybody who has raised teenagers probably started nodding along here. Those expenses stack up fast. Suddenly, $700 doesn't sound quite as outrageous as it did 10 minutes ago. If the hearing stopped right here, the number probably stays exactly where it is. Then mom drops something the judge clearly pays attention to.
Is her visitation like with your son?
She comes with 2 or 3 times a week, or he'll stay with her 3 times a week, something like that.
Okay. So is that pretty consistent?
Yeah, it's consistent.
All right. So consistently, I'm back over to you.
Thank you.
Consistently, what does your visitation look like?
Anytime that I'm in Dallas, I'm spending time with my child. And he also does not provide any clothing or anything of that nature for him.
He lives with him, so he has to be.
No, ma'am. I drops all that off. I'm a fashion designer and I have my own clothing line. So my child is always provided with clothes and sneakers, everything he needs for basketball, uniforms and stuff. I cover that. When he needs shoes,
He just said he pays for it.
Maybe the training, but as far as his equipment and shoes and stuff, my son asks me for the money for that, and I send the Cash App. I even have the proof. So,
does she do that?
I'm paying for that stuff. I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, somebody not telling the truth.
Ma'am, I have Cash App receipts to show that I send money for uniforms, sneakers, wristbands, anything, movies, any extra activities my son would like to take part in.
We can call him.
Well, no, we don't want to call him. He's still a child. We don't want to do that. But somebody is not being honest. If she's saying she's sending you money through Cash App, are you putting in the memo line like what it's for?
No, I'm sending it to my son directly.
You're sending it to the child directly. So maybe you just don't know that she's doing that.
I guess that's the case because I don't know anything about that.
What are you paying for exactly?
As far as, uniforms, his everyday, food, clothes, everything he has to do.
She's saying she provides all the clothes.
He just buy food sometimes, and I even send Cash App for pizza and stuff like that. So I'm paying for pizza for him and his fiance and my son as well.
So you're doing more.
Exactly.
Is what you're saying. On average, with Cash App, how much would you say monthly you're sending your son?
$500 minimum. His sneakers is $200 and better, so I'm buying him 2-3 pair of sneakers a month. Actually, it's probably about $600 a month, ma'am, that I'm sending additional to the child support order.
Okay. And health insurance, is dad only covering that? That's not anything that you're covering?
No, ma'am.
All right. Under your court order, who?
Now, this is interesting because dad doesn't really say the extra money isn't happening. He says he doesn't know about it. Those are completely different answers. And judges notice details like that. $500 every month outside child support isn't background noise. That's real money, especially if it's covering shoes, sports, and school expenses. For the first time today, reducing the payment feels possible.
Here's the deal. Legally, you cannot come off of child support just yet. Reason being is that a child that is the rule is you pay child support for a child up until they turn the age of 18 or until they graduate high school, whichever one happens later. Your son is 17, he's still in high school. He doesn't graduate for another few months. So you will be on child support still until he graduates high school. Do you understand that? That's what the law says, all right? Now, what I do think is very telling is that she is paying more. According to what she said, and you didn't refute it, she is paying more than the $700 that she's giving you monthly. So if all of that is assuming that it's true, because you didn't say whether or not it was true or not, I think she should get somewhat of a break on the child support, the monthly obligation at least. Health insurance was never ordered for you to reimburse it to him. Mm-hmm. So what I'll do is just keep it like it is, where you just keep maintaining the health insurance, and you didn't file anything to request that anyway, and you didn't file anything requesting any adjustments to the health insurance. So what we'll do is just decrease your child support to $450. Because according to your testimony, you're sending roughly about $500 anyway.
Yes, ma'am.
On Cash App. So we'll just reduce your child support obligation to $450, and you'll have to pay that through graduation, which is another, 6 months or so?
Yes,
something
ma'am.
like that. I think that's fair. I think that's what's in your son's best interest. According to her, she's doing a lot, and she's giving it directly to your son. And unless you have something in writing that can refute that, then I have to assume what she's saying is true.
I have no clue about the Cash App thing. There was no conversation. I don't check his Cash App like that.
Well, I would hope you wouldn't have a conversation with your son about that, because it's really kind of inappropriate, for you all to discuss that. But if he's still enrolled in those activities and those activities are still taking place, there has to be some validity to what she's saying if you know that you're not covering that extra. So that's what it'll be. Your child support will be reduced to $450.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
I'm tired of taking care of his other kids as well.
Huh?
I'm tired of taking care of his whole household.
You
his
don't
family.
know what. Now, see, you were starting on a good track. Don't come in here and backslide.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, yes,
You do
ma'am.
not know what go on in his house, and quite frankly, it is none of your business. So is there anything further that you have that pertains to your business?
No, ma'am. That's it. That's it.
Okay. Do you have anything further?
I'm just ready for this to be over so I can live happy ever after with my wife and
Well,
my kids.
go ahead and live happy ever after because you all are dismissed.
Great. Thank you.
The judge basically had two questions to answer. Can child support legally end today? No. That part was easy. The harder question was this: does extra support deserve credit? Apparently, yes. Not enough to remove child support completely. Enough to change the number. Honestly, this feels like one of those rulings both sides can complain about and both sides can live with. And right at the end, emotions tried jumping back into the driver's seat. Judge Vonda wasn't interested. The conversation came to court because of child support. That's where she wanted it to stay. Now it's your turn. Was reducing the payment to $450 the right move? Should money sent directly to a child count toward child support? Judge Vonda B made the ruling. Drop the verdict below, hit the like button, subscribe for more courtroom stories, and stay tuned for the next case from Judge Vonda B.